Television, and we're on the riverfront, and this is a Stone Soul Picnic 2007. I'm standing next to Mrs.
Kim Harper.
Okay, you know, I listen to you on the radio a lot, and I really enjoy when you're on there. You put out a positive message. How long you been with the radio station?
I've been with WLOK for 10 years now.
10 years. Tell me a little bit about this concert today.
Well, today is the 33rd annual WLOK Stone Soul Picnic, and I tell you, we've been having a great time since 1 o'clock, gospel music down by the riverside. Right now, Minister Daryl Pettis and Strength and Praise is on stage. Smokey Norfolk was here, Reverend Timothy Wright, and we got Dorothy Norwood on the way.
Okay. Who sponsored this program?
Well, we have several sponsors today. Our major sponsor is Pepsi, Fox 13. We also have Chrysler Dodge Jeep. We also have Fred's.
Okay, you know, WLOK been around a lot of years. They used to have a formatted rhythm and blues and just every format, but since they went gospel, really, they about the only gospel station that's really doing a full gospel concert every year. You know that?
Yeah, and it's one of the biggest outdoor events to take place. So it kicks off the last, because this is the last day of summer holiday. Labor Day is supposed to be, so it's a great way to kick off the Labor Day weekend. Okay. Well, me and my wife just came down, and we missed some of the earlier of the program because it was just so hot, but we're gonna get what we can, and from what's behind me I can tell we're right on time for a good program. Oh yes, and listen now, we got Dorothy Norwood coming up next, and she is absolutely awesome.
Okay, well, thank you for being on the program.
Thank you.
I think you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you.
Word up.
Thank you, WLOK. Give it up for WLOK, everybody. Come on. Everybody clap your hands like this. Come on, make some noise, make some noise, make some noise. Come on, Lisa.
Hi, I'm Michael Tabor. You're watching Word of Production on the Street Peace Television, and today we at Roselle and South Parkway. We at the Victory of Christ Christian Church, and as the sign says, welcome you, and they do make you welcome when you come here. Today I'm here because a good friend of mine, Reverend Melvin Cooking Jones, when I met him back in 1978, many years ago, King was killed here in Memphis in 1968, and we was doing a rebirth of spirit. And we had a program called the Stone Soul Picnic. Now, Melvin Cooking Jones, he worked for WLOK back then. And, you know, he could draw people together through music. And, you know, his spirit on the radio and in person was dynamic. And so I decided after all these years, I've had a lot of people on Word of Production, on the Street Peace Television, a lot of top entertainers. I'd like to give him one today, him and his wife. Evangelist Linda Jones. They work as a duo, husband and wife. They on 103.5 radio station. But Melvin Cooking Jones, he's been around a long time. Also with Bobby OJ. I knew him too as well. These two individuals, they kind of shaped the African American community over the years. AM could outdo FM back in the day, because back then the radio stations was really based on the personalities of the DJs. And what Reverend Melvin Jones do today, working for God, which I feel he always have, he did it on the radio station, bringing people together. And like I said, he's with 103.5 radio station now, but he worked also for Capitol Records. And I met with him then when I was working with MC Hammer. But anyway, today we're going to give him an award for the many years of bringing people together before he took the title Reverend, which he is a Reverend now, and his wife, Evangelist Linda Jones. But anyway, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Word of Production. As usual, I'm trying to reach out to support people in the community that I feel that's doing God's work. You watching Word Up, and thank you. Word of Production on YouTube, United Music People, Memphis, Tennessee, 2022. And that's what it looks like. And I hope that he enjoys this plaque and cherishes it along with the other plaques I've given to the other top entertainers like Bobby Womack, just so many of them. Sir Charles Jones, just to name a few that's still in the music industry. But anyway, thank you. You're watching Word Up. Hi, I'm Michael Taylor. We're watching Word Production on the Street Piece Television. And today is a very special day. A good friend of mine, I met him years ago in 1978, as I mentioned earlier, when he was with, how many years ago?
Okay, 45 years ago.
45 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, that was in 78 when I met you.
44 years ago.
You know, when I met you, you and Bobby OJ, I think y'all was the two #1 DJs. Y'all made the city. Y'all ready? You know, back in the day, okay, Martin Luther King was assassinated in 1968. So in 78, during the time I met him, we was doing a Rebirth, the Stone Soul Picnic, a spiritual type thing. Melvin Jones, the DJs back then made the radio station. It wasn't commercials, it was the people's personalities. FM station couldn't touch AM. WLOK was the #1 station in the city because of Melvin Jones, which is now Reverend Melvin Jones, and this is his wife, Evangelist Jones. So if you watch Word of Production, you have given away a lot of plaques, covered a lot of Martin Luther King programs or what have you. But I couldn't have done any of this if it wasn't for Melvin Jones, because see, there was a time, as you've seen on my YouTube channel, you know, things was hard in my life, and this man right here gave me spiritual motivation. He wasn't a minister then. He just had a kind of, he could talk so fast on the radio, you couldn't even keep up with him. And I used to run down to the radio station, and I remember one of the Stone Soul picnics, the top entertainer, I can't remember what acts were back then, but I would come up and he would recognize me. Come on up here, Michael. The guy never made me feel like I wasn't important. And through Melvin Jones, I was able to rub elbows with a lot of people. I probably would never even met. And then I met him with MC Hammer during that time. But anyway, today this plaque says, presented to Melvin Cooking Jones. I met you in 1978. You were working for WLOK radio station, spreading joy and love, bringing people together like you're doing now. Next time we met, you were working for Capitol Records, bringing people together, still doing it. It was Hammer Time then.
Hammer time.
Hammer Time. Now you work for 103.5 radio station, but he always worked for God. Okay. Thank you, and your wife, Reverend Melvin Jones and Evangelist Jones, got to put her together. They're a duo, as I said earlier.
Yes, indeed.
Michael Tabor.WordUpProductions.org, YouTube. You can tune into it and see this. I'm gonna edit in some other stuff. In the past, due to the COVID, we all had our shots. That's why we stand out here naked. We all good. But anyway, let me start with your wife. Would you let her come over here just a second?
Yes.
Ladies first, Miss Evangelist Jones. You know, I listen to you every Sunday on the radio station, and I come here. I think you're a very wise, spiritual lady. I'm gonna say young lady because you're beautiful.
Well, thank you very much. I'll take the young.
I think the young and beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
How long have y'all been married?
32 years.
32 years.
You know, when I came out to your house during the time with Hammer Time.
Right.
When I first came,
We were married.
I thought so.
Yeah,
I thought so.
Yeah, we were married.
I thought so, but you wanted to minister then. Were you studying then?
I was studying to be a minister. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
I was a minister all the time that I worked for Capitol Records. I was a minister during the last 2 or 3 years working at at FM Magic 101 FM.
Okay.
I was in a ministerial school. I was in theology school at Jacksonville Theological Seminary during that time while I was doing afternoon drive at Magic 101 FM in the mid-'80s, 85 through 87. And then I was conformed as a minister around 91 or 92 at Monumental Baptist Church. I started working for Capitol in 1990, so I was a minister during my whole 7 years with Capitol from 1990 to 1997. Yeah.
See, I never knew that.
Yeah.
See, I was going to ask you, see how he'll spit the stuff out? You don't have to just get him started. Get him in the right way.
I wasn't pastoring, but I was ministering. Yeah.
I never knew the history of that, and so I've learned something today, you know. But I do remember back then meeting your wife then.
Right.
And y'all been together so long, I said, that's got to be the same lady that I met.
Same lady.
Because that was back.
We got married in 1990.
Okay. You know what? Because I had met Hammer back in 1989, and I met you in 1990 when I came out to your house. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
It's late, but never too late.
Yeah, we were Capitol during the whole time Hammer was really hot. He came out around 88, 89, but he blew up in 1990. And that's when I went with the company. I was working in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia Beach, WLOK in Norfolk, Virginia. And I received a call in July 1990 to come out to California to work with Capitol Records. Yeah. And so I took the job, and they relocated me back to the Mid-South. So we had a house here, but I worked out of California.
That's when yeah. Well, how long you been at this location, sir?
We bought this building in 2006, August of 2006, from the Presbyterian Church, Parkway Gardens Presbyterian Church.
Yeah, because I used to pass by here all the time.
Yeah, Pastor Ezekiel Bell, a great man. They had.
And give us the address.
1683 South Parkway, Memphis, Tennessee 38106. Service time 9 a.m. to 10:30 every Sunday morning. You can come as you are.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just right. We need to put it out there. They might want to come by and see you in person.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to thank you for giving me this opportunity, because I've lost some friends and family and father. Life, what you put on YouTube, they say it stays.
Yeah,
So
it does.
basically, I've got about 32 projects. I got 32 years. I got so much, and I'm trying to pick the best ones that I can put on there for my legacy, because my son, unfortunately, didn't come up like me, and he didn't appreciate what I did for him. The struggle sometimes will make a better person, and I came from a broken family, and I told my son about this. I said, son, you don't know, you got a mother and a father. You don't know what you got. Like a lot of these individuals today, they don't know the sacrifice that we made, and that's why we stepping back as a race. You can't blame white folk for everything.
No, we can't.
We can't do it. We
No,
can't
we
do it.
can't.
That's right.
Well, I'm gonna let your wife close this out.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for honoring my husband. It's always a pleasure for me to see him being recognized. He's a man who has done many great things in the city of Memphis and really around the country. And he's a man that he promotes everybody else, but he doesn't promote himself.
Exactly.
So I'm always excited when someone stops for whom he has done something. Someone stops and just says thank you.
What I'm saying.
What you did, yes, sir.
What I'm saying, thank you, and your name is on here too.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Thank you very much.
And I'll be checking y'all out now.
All
Yeah,
right.
well, thank you.
I'll be checking you out.
Yeah.
And Melvin, I really like to thank you, man.
Yeah.
During the time I met you, I was going through, you read the article about commercial appeal. That was during the same time I had came from Chicago. And you really gave leadership and spirit. You gave a lot of yourself to the community, man. I mean,
What drawed me to you, you were concerned about the community. Even in the condition you were in, you were still trying to help others. And that's a sign of a good individual, a good person, person with a good heart, a person that has a godly heart. Because you always wanted to help the others, you always wanted to help the community. Even you work in the prison, you work with Prince, I'm up on you. You work with Prince out of Minneapolis, that Prince, the Purple Rain Prince.
Yeah.
And you work with MC Hammer, and you work with just a number of artists. But you always gave back to the community. So I applaud you.
but I appreciate that. Coming from you.
Yeah.
Coming from you, I really appreciate that. Because we can't take none of this stuff with us.
We can't, Michael. No, we
But
can't.
people don't understand.
No. Yeah.
Can't take none of it with
It's
you.
because of him that we move and breathe and have our being.
Absolutely.
It's God working in you and me to will and to do of his good pleasure, not ours.
Yeah.
We ought to put God on display.
Yeah.
Let our light so shine among men that they may see our good works and give him the glory, not us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we just had service.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. That
Yeah.
was the sign. We can open the doors of the church now.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get him take a couple of pictures. You got your phone? In case, man, let me see if I can get man to work right, because I need to get a couple of pictures. You watching Word Up Production.
Think of Abraham Davis.
Come on, hold on a second.
Yeah.
I met you earlier. Let me just say something about
Put him
you.
on TV.
Yeah, come on over here, just a little close. Come up in the sun, like, we black folks, come on. You gotta come up in the sun. Okay, step right here, just a little further. Okay, when I first drove up, your security guard came right on over to see what I was doing. I said, you must be security. He said, no, I'm just out here just making sure the cars stay where they're supposed to be. How long you been here?
About 15 years?
15 years.
You just tell me earlier you've been knowing Reverend Jones for a lot of years.
Yeah, oh yeah, go back a long time.
Yeah.
Started off with his brother,
Yeah.
and that's how I met him.
Exactly. And what city was that?
Right here in Memphis.
Okay, but you're from Clarksdale, Mississippi. Where you from?
Batesville.
Batesville. You tell me Batesville. Batesville. Well, look, we kept them out here in the song long enough, and I'd like to thank you for being on the tube. God bless you.
God bless you, Michael.
You watching Word Up.
Brought me from a mighty long way. So good. When I think about how good God's been to me, you only know when I think about the time that He did lay down, God has
God to be a body healer out here? Anybody, God ever healed your body? Look at your neighbor and say, God healed my body. I don't know where you. How do you know? God is a provider. How do you know he'll give you just what you need? And if you delight yourself in him, he'll give you some of the things you want. How do you know God to be a deliverer in this place? Have God ever brought you out of some mess that you got your own step in? Anybody out here know anything about the favor of God? God's favor? That means when your credit ain't good enough, God bless you with the house anyway. That means when your credit is jacked up, you still driving anyway. That means that when you did do all your homework, God bless you to graduate anyway. Anybody know anything about the favor of God? When I couldn't see a way, God made a way. When I couldn't see a way, God made a way. When my back was against the wall, God made a way. I want you to high five about 3 people and tell them God is a way maker.